to leave immediately. And the commander of the Palmach got injured, and we treated him in the hospital. He was the only one that remained in the old city. He was injured in his lungs. So that was the story of the Palmach.
What was it like to have your community turn against you?
To have?
Your community.
I'm sorry.
The Armenians and the Christians and the Arabs.
Our neighbors, we had wonderful.
But what was it like to have them turn on you and make you leave?
During the siege, what was the relationship?
During the siege, we still lived with them all the time. During the siege, because our neighbors, the house where my nephew lives now, so just opposite were our Armenian neighbors, and on the other side were Muslims. We always lived together, even during the siege. But during the siege, the British were still there, so they were guarding on the roofs, and there were no problems during the siege.
Did your neighbors, could they leave the old city during the siege?
Who?
Were your neighbors sieged as well, or could they leave?
They stayed there.
Yeah.
Our neighbors stayed. I'm sure that many left, because after what happened in Deir Yassin, I'm sure that many left. And the people that were left from Deir Yassin came to the old city, and we were very, very lucky, because all the way to Jordan, we just heard Deir Yassin, that we should pay the price for it. But the Jordanian army fired into them and didn't let them touch us.
Could you move your hand?
Yeah, sorry, could you try to hit the mic with your...
Oh, sorry.
Just your hand, if you just keep it down.
Ah, okay.
Thank you.
I said that, so you heard what I said.
Yeah. What was it like on May 29th, when you said everybody outside the old city was celebrating, and they shut the doors?
Not May, November.
November?
May was when the old city fell.
Okay, oh, okay.
In November 29th, when the United Nations pronounced Israel, everybody was dancing in the street, but we knew that we were going to be in trouble because of the Arabs. All the gates were closed. We have 8 gates in Jerusalem. All of them were closed, and we were besieged, and we were besieged for 6 months. But the British were still there, so they would bring us food through Zion Gate every 2 days or such a thing. And we stayed there like this, cooped up for 6 months. Then the British left. They left the old city on the 13th of May. And we were left alone with a handful of Haganah boys. And when the British left, the war started.
What was the emotion like? Were people still happy that the state of Israel was declared, or were they more scared?
We were scared terribly, because we were not part of Israel at the time. I mean, we were locked in, cooped in.
So the siege was indiscriminate. It did not care what religion or race you were. It was all the inhabitants of Jerusalem.
Yes. But the Arabs lived mostly in the Muslim area, and the Christians had the Christian area next to the Holy Sepulchre. And we had the Jewish quarter, which was